He was in that courtroom. They tried to intimidate him. The damn police force ain't nothing but the KKK.
That's right.
That's all they is, a game.
Right.
You understand? And they try to paint a picture about us like we the most heinous people, but we just a product of our oppressor.
I got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I'm shy.
You better open this Bible. You better come back here and learn what it really says, because guess what? The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
This the ISUPK, man. Started 125th Street, 1 West, man, under the Commander General Yohana, man. We come out here, man, to speak to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians and let them know that we are the chosen people of the Bible, man.
Right.
You understand? Let me get Revelation 18, 4 and 5, man. Hey, man, get that priest a hand, man. Get all these priests a hand, man. You understand? For bringing and dropping a heavy word, a heavy message, man, to the people, man. You know, talking about the things that's going on in the earth right now, man. You know, we got Donald Trump, man, running around like a madman, like the priest said. He ain't qualified at all. But because he catered to the racism of America, you understand, then, you know, that's why he was elected into office.
Right.
Now the chickens are coming home to roost.
That's right.
You understand? Because now the same people that elected him, you know, they regretting it.
Right.
His approval rating is going down.
Right.
You understand? He's trying to take away the assistance and things of that nature, you know, geared towards the blacks and Hispanics. You understand? Taking away the vouchers and things of that nature, man. You understand? DEIs. They got us lumped in with all type of things, man, homosexual things, man, you understand? You know, brothers walking around with shirts on with their chest open and the daddy shorts with flowers in their head, man. What type of foolishness is that?
Right.
You understand? But you see these men out here, man, with the war like a pearl, you understand?
Right.
Let me get Revelation 18, verse 4, brother. Breathe. In
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
right there, brother. What is that? A voice came out of heaven, man, saying, come out of her, my people. You understand? See, I see a lot of comfortability around here right now, man. You understand? Everybody is connected, you know, to this empire. You understand? Now, meanwhile, what's going on? America is unraveling right before our eyes. You understand? But see, the priests and prophets back here got their spiritual eyes open to this. You understand? But because you're not in here and you out there, you can't recognize what's happening until it's too late. You understand? Read, brother.
That ye be not partakers of her sin.
Iron sharpens iron, man. So one sharpens another. You understand? We stand spiritually fit, you know, back here, man. You know, we exercising our senses and things of that nature.
That's
You
right.
understand? So we can know what's going on around us, man. You understand? If you ain't in here, man, getting your spiritual senses trained by the priests and prophets of the Lord, how is you gonna know what's going on?
Right.
You understand? Brothers running around here with the damn Aloha Hawaii necklaces on and all this, like they about to take a vacation. You understand? Everybody around here, man, just walking around, he and ha. You know, like it's lovely right now. Me, where your boots at? You understand? The brother talking about he trying to help somebody. You understand? And he in that effeminate apparel. You understand?
Yeah.
You should be back here, brother, in here, talking about stocks and things of that nature. But see, that's what happens when you don't come out of her. That's what happens when you stay connected to this empire. You understand? When you trusting in this empire and things of that nature, you be talking about the stocks, thinking they gonna save you. Talking about what you're teaching your people, and you ain't teaching them nothing.
Right.
You understand? You foolish, and they gonna be foolish.
Right.
You got the blind leading the blind, and two blind people gonna fall well into a pit. Read, brother.
And that ye receive not of her plague.
See, a lot of y'all, man, that want to stay connected to this society, man, and to this American empire, you're going to receive other plagues. You understand? We already had the COVID-19. You understand? Now we got the terrorists and things of that nature. You know, here in Norfolk, Virginia, man, we have a very a large port system here, man. A lot of the truck drivers and things of that nature. It has already started to slow down. A lot of truck drivers, man, ain't gonna be able to take them containers and things of that nature because they sitting out there on the water. The trade has stopped between America and China, and we get about 85% of our goods from China. You understand? So now, guess what? The shelves and things of that nature are going to be empty in a minute, and it's going to bring on a panic. You understand? See, everybody comfortable right now. But when you can't go to the grocery store and get your basic necessities, the things that you need, you understand it's gonna bring about a panic about you. You're not gonna be so complacent. You're not going to be so comfortable when these things start happening. That's why the Most High said, come out of her, that you receive none of these plagues. You understand? So you can come in here and get yourself trained and prepared for the things that's going on. You understand? You will have your brother to lean on. You see, a lot of us, we train to live on an island. You understand? We don't even know that we are a nation of people. That's why we want to love everybody else. I see the brother come up here and want to debate with his brother, but as soon as Esau come up here, he want to talk nicely to him. He didn't even realize what he did. He's so trained to love this place. He's a human being and things like that. Hey, brother, you think these people love you? You think they look at you as a human being? You see how they just shot down the brother Ryan Hinton?
Right.
You understand? And his father had to become a vigilante. You understand? And run one of these devils over. You understand? He was in that courtroom. They tried to intimidate him. The damn police force ain't nothing but the KKK.
That's right.
That's all they is, a game.
Right.
You understand? And they try to paint a picture about us like we the most heinous people, but we just a product of our oppressor. You understand? We was the ones kidnapped and brought over here on slave ships during the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
You understand? We were the ones down there in the bottom of that ship, man. We was just laying down in our own feces, our own blood. You understand? Our own urine and things of that nature, man. Being handcuffed, can't move. We packed in there like sardines.
Right.
You understand? They throwing us over the slave ships into the waters, where the sharks to this day still follow that path. You understand? Because of all the blood of the Israelites that they feasted upon. You understand? And we ain't even talking about the Hispanics and the things that they went through as well. You understand? Because our people are affected. We got our Native American Indian brothers out there on the reservations and things of that nature, man.
Right.
They had the land stolen from them. The West Indians as well. You understand? Living in shacks in the mountains, in the tropics and things of that nature. Living in poverty on the island. Come on, man. Wake up. Read, brother.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
Her sins have reached into heaven, man. That means our Father, man, see the things that's going on. You understand? See the things that America is doing to us, man. You understand? And they are going to pay dearly. You understand? Don't you be deceived, man. As we here now standing, you understand? America is falling apart. It is unraveling. It is not right now an obvious thing, but it will be. You understand? And don't you wait until the last minute. You understand? Like they did in the times of Noah. You understand? They laughed at him. He was out there preaching for 100 years. They thought it was a joke. You understand? Until he closed the doors and the rain began to fall.
Right.
You understand? They tried to knock at the door to try to get in. But guess what? It was too late.
That's right.
This is Noah's Ark right here, man.
Right.
If you ain't in here with the priests and prophets of the Lord under the command of General Yohana, man, under Yahweh Shad, man, you outside the Ark. And when the plagues began to rain upon this earth, you will not be safe because you have no covering.
That's right.
This is a spiritual Ark.
That's right.
You understand? It's fireproof, man. If you want to be protected from the fire, man, you understand that you need to come in here, man, where you can be protected. You understand? Where you won't get burned. You understand? Read, brother.
And God has remembered her iniquity.
The Most High, I remember their iniquities, man, the atrocities and things that have happened, man. You understand? You can remember what happened to Ryan Hinton Jr.
Right.
You understand? Now, it's a shame that his father took the route that he did. You understand? But I seen that work. And when he was in that courtroom, when the police force, man, was surrounding him, outnumbered him, one man trying to intimidate this brother. He looked at them all, and I seen what he seen. He seen every one of them look like the person that killed his son. You understand? And that brother was in pain. A lot of us got sons out here, man. You understand? What would you do if your son was unalive? What would you do if your son was murdered? You understand? Many of our sons have been murdered by this oppressor, man. Without a cause, man. You understand?
Verse 6, reward her, even as she rewarded you.
America's gonna be rewarded, man, the same way they rewarded us, man. The same way they kidnapped us, man, and brought us over here, man.
Right.
The same way they whipped us on the plantation, man.
Right.
The same way, man, you know, they did the things that they're doing today, man, shooting us down in the streets. You understand? Putting drugs in the community.
Right.
You understand? Putting us in poverty, man. Forcing us to resort to crime. You understand? To change our conditions. You understand? This brother talking about some stocks. Come on, man.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
Double to her, man. The same thing they did to us, they gonna get double back the reward. You understand? Double back the punishment. You understand? When America, man, begin to rain fire upon America, man, there won't even be an inhabitable place. You understand? How do we know that? You see what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, don't you? Hey, listen, if you go over there right now today, you can look at this in the National Geographic. That place is still inhabitable right now to this day.
Right.
You understand? Covered in sulfur and all of those types of things, man. Because the proof is in the Bible. The Bible is true. And we are those people of the Bible, man. You understand? The Most High came, man, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. That's it, the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Read, brother.
And the cup which she has filled to her double.
That same cup that we had to drink. You understand? That same brother that got on the line. You understand? And say, oh, many of us in the mass incarceration, man, up there in the prison system. You understand? A lot of our brothers ain't coming home. The solution, man, is to come on in here to the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
Come in here, man.
That's
You
right.
understand?
That's right.
You know, that's the solution right there, man, to come into the ISUPK. 2 Timothy 1:7, brother. You understand? You know, you don't gotta wonder around here what to do. You understand? And I suggest that you don't wait, man, until these plagues begin to come on the earth, man. You know, you should be able to see some of the things now. You're gonna see in a week or two. When you go to the grocery store and can't get the basic things that you used to getting. You understand? A lot of the ports gonna be shut down. There's no import and export going on right now. And guess who pay the taxes? Guess who pay the tariffs? You as the consumer pay it. You understand? This is what Donald Trump is doing for the country, man.
Right.
You understand? Read, brother.
2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear.
Stop right there, brother. Now, I mean, see, the Most High haven't given us a spirit of fear. You understand? But that's what a lot of y'all gonna be experiencing and just here shortly. The same way you was during the COVID-19. I seen people, man, having to go to the hospital and everything, getting anxiety medications and things of that nature. You understand? Because that was something that came about, a plague that came about, a lot of us wasn't used to. And some more things about to come. See, it was a quiet before the storm. You understand? You know, it was a quiet before the storm. But now the storm is about to come again. These plagues are about to come again, man. You understand? And that's when the fear is going to come. Everybody's comfortable right now.
Right.
You understand? Everybody walking and having a good time. We forgot about Mother's Day coming up tomorrow. You understand? Everybody still want to celebrate Mother's Day, things of that nature, man. Still stuck in worshiping these pagan holidays, man. That goddess of fertility. That worship of the of another god. The Most High ain't told you to go and worship that God. But that's what they're going to tell you in the Christian church tomorrow. That's what Pastor Pochop going to tell you.
Right.
You understand? While he passed that collection plate around.
Right.
Mother's Day is the worship of a Roman goddess. This is Roman and Greek culture.
That's right.
You understand? This has nothing to do with you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian man. So where in the world is everybody getting ready to take their mother out for a Mother's Day dinner tomorrow? Take her to church and all of that. Got to go to the church service. Why is Pastor Porkchop promoting this thing, man?
Right.
He been misleading us for too long. Now, if the white man want to go and worship it, that's his prerogative because that's his holiday. You understand? And another thing, during these pagan days, man, all of them had some type of sexual deviancy connected to them. These festivals, the things that they was having on these days. You understand? There's going to be a lot of mothers tomorrow, you know, dressed half naked, and there's going to be a lot of so-called men looking for these women. And guess what? If you get them a Mother's Day gift, you might be on tomorrow. You understand? Everybody getting ready.
Right.
The club's going to be jumping tonight. You know what I mean? The liquor is going to be, the ABC store booming tonight. You understand? Everybody going to get a bottle. You know what I mean? Everybody going to smoke. Things of that nature. You understand? You know? It don't make no sense, man. When we gonna wake up? You understand? When we gonna wake up, man? You understand? I ain't seen so many of our sisters, man, on that marijuana so bad, man. They just can't put it down. You understand? You know, smoking around their children. You understand? Smoking with the babies in their stomachs and things of that nature. Because they start smoking. Oh yeah, they really drinking. Drinking bad. You understand? They got more of a tolerance than a man. You understand? The little kids is strung out.
Right.
You understand? I ain't never seen a little kid, man, 2-year-old always asking the mama, can they get some medicine? Most kids I know don't like medicine.
That's right.
You know, they'll you give it to them, they'll you know, vomit it up. You understand? You got these kids out here now, man, you know, that they want some medicine. They want to eat. You understand? It don't make no sense, man. You know, and then these women got a nerve to be walking around like you deserve a Mother's Day present.
Right.
You understand? Man, sister, you need to go sit down somewhere and clean your goddamn life up is what you need to do. Stop running around like a dragon. You understand? Stop running around like a dog. You understand? Put some clothes on. Come in here and listen to the preach and prophets of the Lord and get your damn self together.
That's right.
You understand? And a lot of y'all brothers, man, keep condoning this foolish behavior. You understand? And that's why when you get with them, they dragging you. They waiting for the perfect opportunity to drag you.
Right.
To expose your weakness.
Right.
You understand? But you're around here trying to unalive each other and walk around like you're a tough guy, but you're real at home talking to you like you ain't nothing.
That's right.
And you sit there and take it. You understand? And guess what? For Mother's Day, guess what she gonna be doing? She gonna be in another man's arms.
Right.
You understand? And you gonna come right back home to her. Cause you ain't got no strength, brother.
That's right.
Read. But of power and of love. Oh, stop right there, brother. You gotta go back. But of what? But of power. Of what? Of power. Ain't no power out here. Ain't no strength out here. You understand? A lot of y'all holler about you got strength, but guess what I've been seeing around here? A bunch of weed smoking. A bunch of cigarettes smoking. That's a man with no power. And there's also a man that's dealing with fear. You understand? You got something on your mind. So you got to puff. You understand? You got to try to compensate, you understand, for the things that's going through your mind. Because you got things that's going wrong in your life. Come on into the truth, brother. Get you some power. Get you some counseling, brother.
That's right.
You understand? You see all these brothers in here, man, they got power when they came in here. Guess what, man? And in here, man, ain't nobody gonna sleep with your wife. Now they ain't gonna look at your wife.
Right.
You understand? You know, brothers came in here and got power. They got off the marijuana. They got off the cigarettes. They stopped overly drinking. They got off that drug Christianity.
Right.
Got off the Christian church. Got off the Islam. You understand? Things of that nature, man. You understand? Brothers in here came in here and got them some power. They brothers now know how to handle their ribs. You understand? Know how to be there for their ribs now, man. You understand? Come on, man, come in here and get you some power.
Right.
Come on in here and get you some strength.
Right.
Come on in here and put that rib in order.
Right.
Unless you don't want to get in order, then she gonna get on out the way. Because God gonna give you a better rib.
That's right.
You understand? Come in here and be ready to lose. You understand? If you ain't willing to forsake your mother on Mother's Day. You understand? Your father on Father's Day. You understand? We ain't calling nobody back here tomorrow.
Right.
You understand?
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one